Well, first of all, it was such a pleasure to be out with the track meet in Barbados because for the last year, with the exception of a couple of small meets at the end of last year, we have not had any competition. And so it was really, really like a relief to be able to come back and have a meet and get athletes back into competition mode. And I've thoroughly enjoyed it. And it's good to have seen the performances that we had today, and not only that, the just sheer joy that the athletes had in competing today, because their lives have been on hold now for the last quarter, about 15 months or more, because of what's been happening with the pandemic, and then obviously with the ash, though mine it was only for a short period of time, just as we were ready to roll back out again, that we had the setback with the ash from St. Vincent.
Okay, let me ask you a question now as technical director. This is the first, I guess, COVID-19 track meet. A lot of protocols were in place and measures were put in place. How do you think we looked and how do you think we fared in this COVID environment?
Well, I think the athletes were extremely cooperative to begin with, and our main aim was the safety of all concerned, but particularly so with the athletes, who obviously we had to have protocols for their safety because at certain times they are en masse during the competition. But they were very good about, staying where they should be and getting back once they were finished competing to get their mask on. So I thought it was good for them, it's good discipline, but it was really super to be able for them to come out and compete again.
No spectators today. How soon you think we can get spectators in our meets?
Obviously we are guided very much by what are the normal protocols of the island, because the safety is what is important, and we felt that it was important to have a safe environment for the athletes before we started introducing other people into the mix, as it were, and for the athletes to get accustomed to competing in this type of environment where so much is demanded of them to keep themselves and others safe. So I was happy with the way they responded today.
Okay, now question as PRO, 2 athletes we know of made the qualifying standard for NACA under 18. What do you think about those 2 athletes, those performances, and what does that mean, knowing that this is the first day back out?
Well, it really was encouraging to see that, a lot of them have maintained a level of fitness that they could produce that type of competition and that type of performance. So, but like anything else, there's standards set, but overriding all of it is that we have to ensure that when we take athletes into any environment, that they remain safe. So we are not watching just what happens here in Barbados, but any competition that we are considering going to, we would have to monitor very carefully the COVID situation within the country and the type of protocols that are in place for the safety of the athletes.
Okay. Any changes between now and next week?
No, we're going to roll out like we did this week, and so that basically within the 2-week period, a sprinter would get an opportunity to run one of his events one week and the other, like if you're 100, 200, so that we try and cater to everybody, as with the hurdles who won the sprint hurdles this week, next week the 400 hurdles. So what we did is basically took the normal 2-day meet and split it over 2 weeks, because we don't really have, we couldn't compete on Sunday. That is still not on the cards with the government's protocols. So, and not only that, it was better for them to come out and not be overtaxed.
Right.
Because they're eager to get out, but you want to make sure that they remain safe-wise, athletically, that they don't come out and try to run too hard. So from that point of view, it's like almost like a soft rollout, so that when we come to the next meet at the end of June, it will be 2 days, but 2 consecutive days, where we would go probably the Friday night and then the Saturday. So that is what we're looking at. But like anything else, nothing is set in concrete. We do what is right and is safe for the athlete. So we hope we wouldn't have to change, but if we have to make adjustments, we will, which would, their safety would always be paramount for us.